Zero tolerance. Guns and drugs off the street. If you commit a violent crime in Lee County, we will put you behind bars at the Marceno Motel. It's that simple.
Welcome into Midweek with Marceno. I'm Public Information Officer Julie Martin, joined by Sheriff Marceno. It's nice to be here in the studio with you today.
Great to be back in the studio with you.
It's an exciting time of the year. Thousands of students here in Lee County are getting ready to go back to school, and I know that we're working really hard on our end to ensure that they're safe when they go to school every year.
It's over 100,000 kids that go to school in Lee County. It's huge. It really is. And it's 100,000 parents, guardians, family members. They all put their faith, trust, and confidence in us to make sure that when they walk to the bus or they get driven to school, that they return home safely. So it's a big task. We have our school resource officers out in full force, all hands on deck.
Let's talk about what our school resource officers kind of did over the summer, getting them ready for the school year. We talked about the virtual reality trailer earlier this year, announcing that we had a second one that was being used over the summer for those deputies to train in.
How you train is how you perform, and we have to be ready for anything that comes our way. Unfortunately, days back in the day when people had a disagreement, they argued, they pushed each other, and they were best friends. Well, today, unfortunately, we see active shooter. We see different things in college campuses and campuses all over the country that happen. Well, in Lee County, Florida, child safety, children's safety, them going to school, school safety is going to be my #1 top priority. And it always has been. So we do a lot of great things. We train immensely for everything and anything that comes our way. And our kids, our Safe Kids, Safe Schools program is second to none. We're leading the way, #1 in the state of Florida.
Other things that some of those SROs are doing over the summer, other than training, we had our summer youth program where we were able to interact with hundreds of students, and it was always so fun to go out there and see the smiles and the giggles that they had every day.
The summer youth program is great because those are the days that you're not worried about schoolwork. You're just worried about having fun and making certain that the children get to know our deputies, our staff. They're playing dodgeball.
A lot of dancing. I
dancing,
saw this year.
Listen, I seen that too. And I want them to dance. I want them to have fun. I want them to know who serves them and to build that relationship. That trust and rapport is priceless. When you get into the school session, they know who serves them. They're not afraid because they've dealt with them on a very fun level, and that's important.
Now, like I said, school is starting next Thursday, so a little over a week away, and now is the perfect time for parents to start having conversations with students. Tell me what exactly those conversations should look like and what sort of interactions or maybe questions parents should be asking.
So we
their
talk
students.
about those conversations. Did you talk to your kids about the do's and don'ts? Do you talk about choices and decisions and consequences? I've taken a very strong stance on school safety. Zero tolerance. So fake threat, real consequence. I ask all the parents, guardians, and family members, sit your child down and talk to them. Tell them, don't make a threat. Fake threats have real consequences. I also ask everybody else who's driving on the roadways, it's a busy grid. School buses are going to be out in full force. We will be out in full force. Pay attention to the roadways. Don't text and drive. Make sure you do the speed limit. Make sure that you're watching for people that are walking to bus stops, standing at bus stops. A lot of times in different weather, they go to school when it's raining or it's dark outside. We want to make sure that everyone's having fun, but safety's #1. So really pay attention and let's get our kids back to school safely and enjoy the busy grid. It's the busiest it's ever been.
Well, we have some exciting things coming up as the school year begins as well. We're rolling out a new campaign to help parents talk to their students about what exactly is happening in the classroom and how they can better communicate with their students.
And also know our school threat enforcement team is out in full force, but it's not just to put someone in jail. I hope and pray we never have to charge anyone, but that's not the reality. Also, we have a mental health component. So if someone needs assistance, if your child needs to speak with someone, we're here for you. We're here for you in every way. It's not enforce. That's a part of the program. It's also help everyone we possibly can. Together we make a great team, and the great residents of Lee County, they deserve it. Their children are going to be safe, and we have an amazing program. We really do.
Well, next week, as we prepare for the new school year, we have some very exciting announcements to make. So you'll have to make sure to tune in next week when we go over some of those things. And make sure you tune in on Friday for another episode of Live with LCSO.
Back to school, Lee County.
We're getting ready for back to school. Good luck.